This is Thursday evening, June 11, 2026. There was a report of kidnap. That was yesterday. One Mrs. Onyechi Ekechukwu, a middle-aged woman, and Mrs. Izuchukwu Okechi of about 20 years of age, both from Omo Ezoranda, Omo Awa, and Ocha in Umuahia North Local Government Area. They were kidnapped that yesterday, Wednesday, being the 10th of June 2026, at about 5:00 p.m. at Nkbu Anda, close to the proposed site for the newly flagged off Federal Housing Estate at Omo Awa and Long Umuahia, Ozoakonde Road in Umuahia North Local Government Area. The kidnappers have called with the woman's phone number, and the woman's phone number is 080-57010-965, demanding for a ransom of 10 million naira only. Meanwhile, the youth of the community, the vigilante groups, did something marvelous yesterday. The two victims has been successfully rescued from a nearby bush, not far from the spot they were taken, because the youth swing into action after the incident occurred. The kidnappers were said to be Fulàni militias. They are 6 in numbers. Soon after their first call demanding for 10 million ransom, Ohuhu youths swung into action with Machets dogs and hunters' dogs. They went into the bush shouting the names of the two victims. On noticing the rowdy movement that a lot of people were coming, the idiotic cowards, popularly referred to as Fulàni militia, took to their heels, abandoning the victims. It is jubilation galore all over Ohuhu land for the bravery of the youth and the landmark achievement. And they are saying, to God be the glory for the people they have, successfully rescued, and the people they have not rescued, hoping that some actions they have taken will land them victory and freedom from these kidnappers. Now, there is something I have been saying right from time. Sometimes I used to bring out where community people defeat these terrorists, these bandits, and so on and so forth. But sometimes we encourage them, keep it off social media. Keep it off social media. That is not to say that we are only talking. So many things are going on. People, different communities are doing their best. And I appreciate them for that. Now, do you people now understand the power of numbers? The power of numbers. A lot of people don't know the power of numbers. I was talking with one vigilante head. He was telling me that when these terrorists entered their bush, they kidnapped 2 people. So what saved them? That they were many. They were many. More than 30 vigilantes. No, he said they were all these NFS hunters, but I call them vigilante. Okay. They were up to 30. They stormed the bush. Like, if you see 30 people coming, even though you have anti-aircraft gun, you can't dare to shoot. You can't dare to shoot. Even though those 30 persons were having that gun they call shoot and run, that hunter's gun. You can't dare to challenge them. This is the power of numbers. And I am encouraging every community that, listen, we know that you don't have access to AK-47. But the youth, go and buy gun, join vigilante group, arm yourself. Because once you have numbers, forget about it. They won't dare. And if they try it, they will not survive to the end. They fear numbers. See, numbers, I understand that in a warfare, it's not all about numbers in a modern warfare. But you see these kidnappers, 3 persons can take over the whole community because they see you like a vulnerable entity. They see you that you don't have a gun, you can't defend yourself. That vulnerability gives them that moving force to go into your community. Imagine Fulani militia or other kinds of terrorists. They will be coming from afar. Like, there was a video one man sent to me. He's a soldier. So he sent this video to me, how these terrorists were coming. You can see them from afar with bike. So I was telling him, who videoed these people? How do you get this photo? He said someone sent it to them. And the person that videoed them was in his house. These people were passing, parading, parabonating in the village. If that village have, and these terrorists, they were like up to 7 machines. They were moving freely. Now, if that village have up to, let me say, 50 men with gun, it's just about making a call. You people ambush them. Ambush them. You understand? Ambush them. They will ambush them and finish them. But because they don't have it, they don't have gun. No, the gun is not there. They were all hiding, making calls. Bandits are passing. Oh, everybody, safety, safety, safety. Anyway, it is what it is. Now, let me enter the second part of this issue. You see, I made a video before this one talking about the incident that happened. The terrorists that are planning to kidnap school children in the southeast, that is in Igbo land, in 3 states, DSS foiled the attack. Then I am faulting the DSS for not releasing their names and tagging them ESN. People who are not Igbos, how can you call them ESN? You captured people in Edo, you release their name. You captured people in Oyo, you release their name. Niger State, you release their name. Sokoto, you release their name. Yobe, Zamfara. I document everything that is going on. I spend time taking records of things. You understand? So the one that happened in the south is you didn't release their names, and you call them ESN. Is ESN the name of a person? Who are the people? If you parade person, release their names. They are terrorists. Okay? They deserve their sentence, right? Release their name. Let people know them. Why are you hiding their names? So that was the issue I had with it. And now, look at what is going on. The people who chased to rescue these people said, these people are Fulani militia in Abia. Look at where Abia is. Okay? Look at the position where Abia is. So if any terrorist group could get into Abia, forget about it. They are everywhere. If they could get into Abia, considering the geographical location of Abia State. So these are the things we are trying to let people to understand that. Listen, if you continue to point wrong fingers to people who are not committing the crime, automatically you are giving advantage to the people who are committing the crime. Do you know why? This is because if I went, God forbid, if I went and maybe I went to steal a phone, and after stealing the phone, you accuse another person, I'll be planning to go and steal another one. Do you get the logic there? I will be planning to steal another one because I can see that if I steal another one, you will kill that person you are criticizing, you are accusing. You will go after them more and more. You will be killing the innocent people, but the main person is moving smoothly. Yeah, the main person is moving smoothly. And that was why the Federal Republic of Nigeria were calling people bandits. We are calling terrorists that are more serious and dangerous than Boko Haram. They were calling them bandits. And that name now enter everybody's mouth, enter everybody's brain. So we have to now give the bandits another meaning. You get it? So every international media now, we wrote to them, we talk, the people we have contact with, we talk to them. So when you mention bandits in Nigeria, people know whom they are. People know that it is ISIS. If you mention bandits in Nigeria, people know that they are Boko Haram. What is bandits about? Capturing people, beheading people. Is that banditry? No, because banditry has nothing to do with terrorism. Like, you may call it terrorism though, but it's not a grievous terror activity. So we have to rename or give a new meaning. So it now connotes another thing. When you call banditry, they know whom we are talking about. So we don't want a situation where communities will continue to run for these people. How long are you going to run? How long will your people run? No, how long? I understand that, yes, we are not going to fight forever. But defending yourself is not an option. And the last thing I'm going to tell you in this video is this. Everybody in the world right now should take Israel. You may not like Israel as a country, but take this thing I'm going to tell you. Everybody should take Israel as an example. If you don't have military, technological power, and what I'm saying now means defense. If you don't have defense, everybody will use you to play ball. They will kill you anyhow. All these, terrorists, cowards, they will just enter, be killing you. You need to build your defense. That anybody who is coming to attack you will first of all reason the consequences of coming to attack you. Like today now, if you want to kill an Israeli soldier, first of all, do you know the consequences? You understand? The president of Lebanon, he was saying, is it the president himself? He was saying that, that he warned Hezbollahs that their hands is not in what the Hezbollah is doing. Because before you attack Israel, you should first of all calculate the consequences of your action. How many people are hearing about Hamas today? When Iran was supplying Hamas missiles, they were launching it into Israel. That time I was laughing. I said, it's not even Hamas that will suffer it. The innocent people will suffer it because Israel is going to they will level your territory. This is an existential threat. So he said that I die or you die, but I can't fold my hand and wait until you kill me. No, that is not in the dictionary of everyone who want to survive. So everybody should learn from this logic. It's these two things. Allow them to kill you or you defend yourself. Allow them to kill you or you defend yourself. But we are the people who have chosen to defend ourselves. By all means, mark my word, by all means, I have the right to live. I have the right to live by all means. Okay? By all means. Yeah. So that is it. I really appreciated your Huhuyus, the vigilante group, for their courage, even with a little dingon Machets entering into the bush in numbers, and they were able to rescue these people. So kudos to them. I really appreciate that.
This next story will leave you speechless because it says everything about the state of Nigeria right now. Suspected bandits, terrorists are going live on TikTok, openly flaunting ransom cash, with one boasting of spending over 50 million naira in a single session, another claiming close to 100 million naira, all confirmed ransom proceeds. And here's the most disturbing part. Rather than reporting the live streams to security agencies, viewers were eagerly dropping their bank account details, hoping for a share of the blood money. One user, identified as Odumayo Olufemi, is now crying out for help after dropping his bank details on a bandit's TikTok live to claim 100,000 naira giveaway, only for the bandits to now demand 100 million naira from him. He's now desperately begging Nigerians for help. Let's take a look.
Moniki wa fi àsìkò yìí jẹ́wọ́ fún yín ni. So lóòótọ́ àwọn bandits èmi náà mo come across orí FIP mi wà lórí life ní àná yẹn jẹ́ on this àti wà lọ́dún sẹ́ńbà yìí. So wọ́n ṣe life wọ́n dẹ̀ ní mo yé wa pé àwọn máa fún ẹni tó wá ní follow àwọn a máa fún ní owó. So èmi náà dẹ̀ follow wọn wà láàrin àwọn tí ó follow àwọn bandits mi. Okay, àwọn òbí ya pẹ́ nìyẹn kàn tó láti cash fund back kò follow máa yẹn ọmọ kékeré náà tiẹ̀ ní young boy. So mo ìgbóhùn yẹn tó báyìí ní email wọlé ẹjọ́ ọmọ Nàìjíríà ẹjọ́ ẹ ṣàánú wa o ẹ ṣàánú mi o $100 million ní kí n mú wá o $100 million ní kí n mú wá báyìí o ẹjọ́ ẹ ṣàánú mi o èmi náà gbowó mo wà ní life lánàá yẹn o ẹjọ́ ẹ ṣàánú mi o $100,000 náà fún mi o mo ti gbowó yẹn báyìí direct báyìí ni mo rí email direct báyìí padà.
Online, the sympathy is in very short supply. Most Nigerians are calling him out, saying he knew where the money came from, yet he collected it. As for the TikTokers dropping their bank account details for giveaway, popular researcher and content creator Arojinle called it out bluntly on X, warning that if poverty can push someone to collect money from kidnappers, that same poverty can push them to become a bandit or harbor criminals or even feed information. And he is right. Let's take a look at some of those comments. And this is from Francis on TikTok. I mean, he has his picture out there. He wrote, me, I will drop account for them to credit me. After all, now our money, them they collect as ransom. Imagine that, Dr. Bati. Then another TikTok user wrote, how far? I want to join you now. Make we day together. Imagine that. Another TikToker wrote, I'm from Benue State, by state of origin. I want to join. Send me form. I mean, what sort of form is there to join bandits and criminals? And this is the desperation that we're talking about. I don't even know if it's just a loss of culture for our young people also in Nigeria to, working hard pays really at the end of the day. But this sort of engagement really baffles me. Now, the Nigerian army has already arrested one TikTok bandit, Sule Yellow, who built an online following flaunting ransom cash. He was intercepted while returning to his forest hideout after collecting ransom money from a kidnapped victim's family. I know we did see the story. Kudos to the Nigerian army for tracing that one terrorist.
I'm too shocked for words. Actually, it's stranger than fiction. And when you're saying, I said something in Yoruba, everybody. Let the police plus the bandits and the people that are putting their comments online and the people who received money, all of them are all either aiding and abetting or accessories to the crime. But this also speaks larger to a menace in society, which is a lack of values. I think it's Center for Values and Leadership, Professor Patutomi, who is always speaking about the dearth of values in leadership and even amongst the people of Nigeria and how we're heading to destruction. Truly, this is the truth about a lot of people. Offer a little 100,000 naira. Offer that amount to anybody or even less, and they'll be willing to sell their mother. In this Nigeria today, they'll be willing to sell anything. It's not just a poverty thing. It's not just a state of the economy. So today I'm not going to say that, the government has not. No. I think it's a value thing.
This is it.
And we're not teaching our young 100%. People enough about respect and dignity of hard work, or the fact that it is this whole moniker around everybody's money. It's a lie. It's not everybody's money. And it's pervasive, even in politics, amongst touts. People are just, let me just get the money. You don't care about the source of the money. There was a time where if you bring money that is not, you cannot trace the source, your parents will send you back. Now they would ask you to go and do what you are doing and do it more. There are religious people who are raising Yahoo boys in their homes. They know that this child is bringing money and we do not understand the source, but they'll go and give testimonies in church about how their son or daughter bought them a car. We have a problem. Then the religious institutions as well have a role to play. There was a time whereby if you bring huge sums of money to a religious place, they would ask you to go back, that we don't know where your money is coming from. Now they give you front row seats. So this is a symptom, or this is actually a symptom of the issue of the problems that we have. And if we don't fix it, we can tackle terrorism, but it will rear its head again. It's not a poverty problem. It's a values problem. That people will come out boldly. You are not, they say there's a Yoruba proverb that a good name is better than gold and silver. Gold and silver is better than your mother and father's head in Nigeria of today. And that's a problem. So I'm hoping that across boards, in schools, our teachers, at home, which is the primary place of learning, we will teach and raise up our young people a bit more. But let the police catch all of them.